If you're just getting started in Geometry Dash or just looking to get better at the game, you might find it hard to find a good tutorial on how to actually play. In this video, I will go over and explain every game mode orb pattern portal in Geometry Dash. I will also briefly discuss the history of the most famous levels in Geometry Dash, as well as answer a very pressing question among many players. What is the hardest game mode? If you're still watching, make sure to give a like, click subscribe, and hit that bell. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The cube and the robot are both jumping game modes in Geometry Dash. They share some similarities, like being able to interact with all orbs and pads, not being able to jump in midair, and having strong gravity. However, they have their differences. While you can hold down your jump key to jump more than once with the cube, if you try this with a robot, it will instead perform one long jump. Here's a short showcase of the two game modes in action. The ship and the wave are game modes that can fly in Geometry Dash. They're useful for getting through very tight gaps in levels due to their high mobility, especially prominent in the most difficult levels of the game. What makes them different though is their movement. The ship moves in a fluid motion dependent on your presses and releases, while the wave reacts to your input a lot more rapidly, always moving in a diagonal line. Like with the previous game modes, a showcase will also be provided for the ship and wave. The ball and the spider, although they cannot fly like the ship and the wave, are instead able to change gravity when you press your jump key. However, in order to use these game modes functionality, your icons need to be on the ground when you press jump. It is in that moment when the difference between the two becomes clear. While the ball falls slowly away from its original platform, the spider instantaneously teleports to whatever is above it, instantly perishing if there's nothing to stop it. I will now provide a short showcase of the ball and the spider together. The last two game modes I will mention today are the UFO and the swing copter. These are also flying game modes, like the ship and the wave. Unlike the former game modes, however, the UFO and the swing copter only react to individual clicks, not holding your jump button. The UFO will jump from a platform or in midair when you click, while the swing copter will change gravity just like the ball, except that the swing copter has even less gravity and falls slower. Now begins the last showcase of game modes in this video. Blue and green orbs. Blue orbs change your icon gravity and have pad and orb. While green orbs, they work like blue orbs, but they make your icon jump, and they don't have a pad variant. Yellow, red, and pink orbs and pads. They make your icon jump, they don't work in wave. Well, from weakest to strongest, they're pink, yellow, and red. The black orbs. They don't have a pad variant, but they make your icon fall very fast if clicked. They're used in 2.1 and 2.2 levels. Pretty often. The spider orb, also known as the purple orb, teleports your icon in direction of the orb or pad, just like the spider game. Like what else do you expect? Dash orbs. Icon dashes in the direction of the orb, and you can even hold the dash longer. The pink dash orb, unlike the green one, flips your icon's gravity when it's done. The custom orbs. They can activate, deactivate, or spawn groups, depending on how they're configured. They can be put with other orbs, which makes them useful, but they don't have a pad variant. Teleport orbs. They teleport your icon to a specified group if clicked. They don't have a pad variant. Portals. The game mode portals, simply they just change your icon's game mode. Cube, ship, ball, UFO, wave, robot, spider, and swing copter. Mini and big portals. They set your icon size to mini or big. Pink is mini, green is big. There's no portal to toggle your icon size, unfortunately. Unlike the gravity portals. Gravity portals. Yellow and blue set your icon gravity to up and down respectively. Green switches your current icon gravity to the other one. Speed portals. They change your icon speed. And from slowest to fastest, they are orange, blue, green, pink, and red. Dual. The orange dual portal spawns a second icon. The blue one despawns any active second icon in the level. The mirror portal. Kind of like the dual portal, but instead they just mirror your screen. The orange one activates mirror mode, while the blue one deactivates mirror mode. Teleportals. The blue teleportal teleports your icon to the orange one. Teleportals can be configured pretty creatively. 2.2. Bloodbath is a 1.9 Extreme Demon Mega collaboration hosted by the legendary player Riot, who also verified the level in 25,000 attempts. This level is famous not just due to the late Michigan being involved in its creation, giving us the infamous third part of the level, but it is also famous because Riot was one of the best Geometry Dash players of the mid-2010s. Sonic Wave is a 2.0 Extreme Demon level originally made and hacked by Cyclic before Bloodbath's release. However, over a year later, it would end up being verified by Sunix and immediately placed at the top of the demon list at the time. Later on in the history of Geometry Dash, in the 2.1 version of the game, Riot, along with a creator named Zimnite, would publish a sequel to Sonic Wave named Cosmic Cyclone. Plasma Pulse Finale, also known as PPF for short, is a level made by the creators Giron and Smokes, the latter of which verified and published the level on the Geometry Dash servers. PPF is the last level of the Plasma Pulse series of levels, following Plasma Pulse 3. Initially, PPF was just below Sonic Wave on the Demon list, until it got moved to the top a month later, marking the level as the hardest level of 2017. Tartarus is another 1.9 mega collaboration level from Riot. Like Bloodbath, it was designed to be too difficult for any human player to beat it at the time. However, a player by the name of Dolphy managed to beat the level on the 6th day of 2020, and Tartarus was immediately pushed to the top of the demon list at the time. Quite surprising that in the first half of COVID, before Slaughterhouse, the hardest level in Geometry Dash was also a hell-themed level. Slaughterhouse is a former top 1 level originally published in April 2021 by Iced Cave. It was initially hacked by Space UK, but was later legitimately completed by Doggy in December of the same year. Due to its insane difficulty relative to other levels at the time, I personally believe Slaughterhouse was the most legendary level of the COVID era of Geometry Dash. Now that we've talked about the game mechanics of Geometry Dash, and even briefly mentioned the game's more famous levels, let's jump right into the most difficult parts of this video. What is the hardest game mode in Geometry Dash? To start, I'd like to mention that everyone has their own opinion on how difficult each game mode in Geometry Dash is. Typically speaking, however, Cube and Spider are seen as easier game modes by most players, while Ship and Wave are often considered harder than the rest. However, this may be because of the objective qualities of the game mode. Some game modes have faster gravity, some can fly, some barely have physics or interaction with objects at all. Depending on the structures and objects of the level ahead, these can actually make a level harder or easier for a particular game mode to complete. In short, considering the facts concerning game modes in Geometry Dash, overall, I believe the hardest game mode is just the one that you have played the least. For many people, this would be the Swing Copter, as 2.2 was added relatively recently to the game, compared to other game modes in their versions. For some players, the hardest game mode might be Robot, because Robot isn't really that common to find in levels overall. Unlike more popular game modes like the Cube or the Ship. I apologize if I cut this video a little short, but as I'm writing the script, I'm on a time constraint to finish this video, and I can't deliver too much information here. As previously stated, make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, click subscribe, and hit the bell to not miss notifications from my channel. Peace out.